Howdy, y'all, and welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the YouTube algorithm.
Oh, yeah.
That thing that everybody's talking about. Seems like a lot of folks out there, especially in Overton County, are looking to get their YouTube channels off the ground.
Yeah.
And I got to say, trying to crack the code of that algorithm, well, it can be a little intimidating.
It can.
So to help us break it down, we've got an expert with us today who knows all the ins and outs.
Well, I appreciate that it's good to be here.
So maybe we could start with something simple.
Sure.
What's the biggest thing that folks need to know about the algorithm these days, especially those just starting out in 2025?
Well, the YouTube algorithm, it's come a long way.
It really has.
It used to be all about just getting as many views as possible, right?
Yeah.
But now it's a whole different ballgame. We're talking AI and personalization.
So hold on a sec. AI and personalization. What exactly does that mean for our YouTubers out there?
Think of it like this. The algorithm is like a matchmaker.
A matchmaker.
Yeah, it's trying to connect the right video with the right viewer.
I like that. Matchmaking for videos. So how's it work? How's this algorithm playing Cupid?
Well, the algorithm, it looks at all sorts of things.
Like what?
What that viewer's been watching.
Okay.
Their likes and dislikes, even what other folks with similar tastes are enjoying.
So it's getting to know each person's individual preferences?
That's exactly right. And then based on all that information, it tries to predict what they might want to watch next.
So let me get this straight.
Sure.
Let's say somebody's watching a bunch of videos about Overton County's bluegrass music scene.
Okay.
YouTube's going to start showing them more videos about local bands, festivals, maybe even some documentaries about the history of bluegrass in the area.
You got it. It's all about serving up content that's highly relevant to each individual viewer.
That makes a lot of sense. So it ain't just about getting any old views anymore.
Nope.
It's about getting the right views from folks who are genuinely interested in what you're putting out there.
Precisely. You want people who are going to click, watch, engage, and hopefully subscribe. And to get that, you got to understand the signals the algorithm is looking for.
Okay, let's talk signals. What are some of the key things the algorithm considers when it's deciding which videos to promote?
Well, there's a whole bunch of factors, but we can break it down into three main categories.
All right, lay it on me.
Content characteristics, performance signals, and viewer behavior.
All right, we're going to break those down one by one. So first up, content characteristics. What exactly are we talking about here?
It's all about what the algorithm can see and understand about your video. Think titles, descriptions, tags, even the words you're speaking in the video itself.
So it's not just what's on the screen.
Yeah.
It's all those behind-the-scenes details that help the algorithm figure out what your video is all about.
Exactly. And it's especially important for folks just starting out to make sure those details are crystal clear and relevant to their target audience. Let's say you're making a video about the best fishing spots in Overton County.
Now you're talking. That's a video I'd watch.
Well, you'd want to make sure you're using keywords like Overton County fishing, best fishing holes, Cumberland River fishing, things like that in your title, your description, your tags. And don't forget to sprinkle them naturally throughout your video, too.
So the algorithm can be like, yep, this video is definitely about fishing in Overton County. And that's what folks are looking for.
Exactly. It's all about making it easy for the algorithm to connect your video with the right viewers. Now let's move on to performance signals. This is where things like watch time, click-through rate, and engagement come into play.
Hold on. Break those down for me one by one. What exactly are we talking about with these performance signals?
Well, watch time is pretty straightforward. It's how long people are actually spending watching your video.
Okay.
The longer they stay glued to the screen, the better. It tells the algorithm that your content is engaging and keeping folks hooked.
All right, so no more 2-minute wonders. We got to create content that really keeps folks entertained.
You got it. And then there's click-through rate, which is all about how enticing that thumbnail and title are. When people are scrolling through YouTube and they see your video, does it make them want to click and watch?
So first impressions matter.
They really do. And finally, we've got engagement. This is all about the likes, comments, shares,
Right.
all those good things that show people are connecting with your content.
It's like a digital high five. The more engagement you get, the more the algorithm knows your videos resonate with folks.
You got it. And all these signals, they're especially important for new channels that are trying to gain some traction.
So we're talking about building that credibility, letting that algorithm know that our content is worth watching.
Absolutely. Now, we've talked about some of the basic signals the algorithm is looking for, but let's get into some strategies that can really make a difference.
All right, yeah, let's get down to brass tacks. What are some actionable tips folks can start using right away to boost their channels, especially our Overton County folks just getting started.
Well, one thing that Neil Patel, a real whiz in the digital marketing world, talks about is this idea of serial content.
Serial content.
Yeah, basically it means creating a bunch of videos that kind of flow together naturally, leading viewers from one to the next.
So almost like a TV show.
Kind of like that. And it's a great way to boost that all-important watch time we were talking about.
Right, because the algorithm likes it when people binge watch multiple videos in a row.
Exactly. So if you can come up with a series of videos that are all connected, somehow you're giving folks a reason to stick around and keep watching.
Okay, I'm seeing the appeal here. But what are some real-world examples? How can our Overton County creators actually put this serial content idea into practice?
Well, playlists are a great place to start. Let's say you're passionate about Overton County's history, and you've made a bunch of videos about different historical landmarks in the area.
Oh, we got a ton of those.
Well, instead of just letting those videos kind of float around on your channel individually, you can group them together into a playlist.
Okay.
Maybe call it Overton County Historical Landmarks, and then make sure that playlist is set to autoplay.
So someone finishes watching a video about, say, the historic courthouse in Livingston, and bam, the next video in the playlist automatically starts playing, maybe one about the Standing Stone Monument.
Now you're getting it. Before they know it, they've spent an hour on your channel soaking up all that Overton County history, and the algorithm's loving it.
Okay, playlists, check. What other tricks do we have up our sleeve for this serial content thing?
Another great strategy is episodic content, kind of like a mini-series with multiple parts. Think about those old-time radio shows where they leave you hanging at the end of each episode.
Oh man, those were the best. Talk about keeping folks on the edge of their seats.
Exactly. And you can do the same thing on YouTube. Let's say you're making a series about Overton County's natural beauty. You could break it down into episodes, maybe one about the waterfalls, one about the hiking trails, one about the wildlife. And at the end of each episode, you could tease what's coming up next, giving folks a reason to subscribe and come back for more.
So it's all about keeping them engaged, making them feel like they're part of something bigger.
That's it. It's about building a community around your content. And that's something the algorithm really likes to see. Now, we've talked about keeping folks on your channel, but YouTube's a big place.
It really is.
How do we get more eyeballs on our Overton County channels? How do we reach a wider audience?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question. How do we stand out from the crowd?
Well, here's another piece of advice from Neil Patel. Don't be afraid to think outside the YouTube box.
Okay, so what do you mean? Where else should we be promoting our channels?
Well, YouTube Shorts are a fantastic place to start. Think of them like little teasers that give folks a taste of what your channel is all about. Attention spans are getting shorter these days.
Ain't that the truth?
So instead of trying to cram everything into a 10-minute video, you can create a bunch of snappy shorts, maybe 30 seconds each, just highlighting different aspects of Overton County life.
Right, I like it. Give me some examples.
Maybe a beautiful shot of a waterfall, a quick clip of a bluegrass band jamming a mouth-watering glimpse of a local BBQ joint.
Ooh, now you're making me hungry.
And the great thing about shorts is they can lead folks back to your main YouTube channel where they can find the full-length videos and really dive deep into the Overton County experience.
So it's like a little welcome mat inviting folks to come on in and explore.
That's a great way to put it. So you got your shorts, but don't forget about the YouTube community tab.
Oh, right.
It's like your own little social network within YouTube.
Okay.
Where you can chat with your viewers, post updates, share sneak peeks of upcoming videos.
So it's all about building those relationships with your viewers, making them feel like they're part of the journey.
Exactly. And the more active you are on that community tab, the more the algorithm sees that your channel is a valuable resource for viewers.
Okay, so we've got Shorts, the community tab. Anything else we should be thinking about?
Well, don't limit yourself to just YouTube. Think about sharing snippets of your videos on other platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever your target audience is hanging out online.
So it's all about repurposing that content, getting the most mileage out of it, and reaching folks wherever they may be.
That's the idea. And remember, tailor your message to each platform. What works on YouTube might not work on TikTok. It's all about knowing your audience and speaking their language.
This is making me realize that YouTube success is about a whole lot more than just making good videos.
It is.
It's about having a real digital marketing strategy.
You got it. It's about building a brand, connecting with your audience, and being smart about how you promote your content.
Well, I'm definitely feeling more confident about this whole YouTube thing now, but I know there's always more to learn, right? What else should we be keeping in mind about the 2025 algorithm and the trends that are coming down the pike.
Oh, there's a whole lot more to unpack. And I think there are a couple of trends in particular that are really going to shake things up for new channels, especially those looking to make a splash in Overton County.
Well, folks, we're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah,
It's been quite a journey so far, but we're not done yet.
not even close.
We've talked about a lot, but you mentioned some big trends on the horizon, things that'll really shake things up for new YouTubers out there, especially in Overton County.
Absolutely.
So let's dive into those. What's the first trend we need to be ready for?
Well, it's all about interaction.
Interaction.
Yeah, today's viewers, they don't just want to sit back and watch. They want to be a part of the action.
Right, they want to feel connected.
Exactly. And there are so many ways to bring that interactive element into your YouTube videos.
Like what?
Well, think about incorporating polls into your videos. Ask your viewers a question about Overton County.
Okay, I like it.
Maybe their favorite hiking trail, the best place to grab some good old country cooking their favorite local band.
So instead of just telling folks about Overton County, we're asking them what they think.
Exactly. You're making them feel like their voice matters. And that's what builds community.
Community, that's what it's all about.
That's right. You can also do Q&A sessions either live or in the comment section. Just answer questions about Overton County, share your knowledge. Let folks pick your brain.
So it's like having a virtual town hall meeting right there on your channel.
That's a great way to put it. And then, of course, there's live streams. Those are pure gold for interaction.
Yeah, live streams are huge these days.
They are. You could do a live tour of a historical landmark in Overton County, answer questions on the fly, even invite local folks to join you as guests.
Oh, I love that. It's like bringing a little piece of Overton County to the world, live and in person. And I bet the algorithm loves that sort of thing.
It does. All that interaction, all those comments and questions and likes, it shows the algorithm that your content is keeping people engaged.
So everybody wins.
Yeah.
Viewers get to participate, creators get more visibility, and the algorithm gets to do its thing.
Exactly. Now, you mentioned another trend earlier, something about sustainability and inclusivity.
Right.
That's a big one, and it goes way beyond just YouTube. It's about reflecting the values that matter to folks today.
Yeah, showing that you care about the world and the people in it.
Precisely. Think about how you can incorporate sustainable practices into your YouTube productions. Maybe you showcase eco-friendly businesses in Overton County or highlight local conservation efforts.
Right, showing that we care about Overton County and the planet we live on.
Exactly. And inclusivity is just as important. Make sure your content reflects the diversity of Overton County. Showcase the stories of different folks, different backgrounds, different perspectives.
Because Overton County's beauty lies in its people. All those different threads woven together.
Absolutely. And that diversity makes your content more relatable, more appealing to a wider audience. It's not just the right thing to do, it's also a smart strategy for reaching more people.
You know, it's funny. I started out thinking this was just going to be about cracking the code of the algorithm.
Yeah.
But I'm learning that YouTube's success is about so much more than that. It's about connecting with folks, genuinely building a community, and using your platform to make a positive impact.
I think that's a great takeaway. It's not just about entertainment, it's about making a difference.
Well, I think we've covered a whole lot of ground today. We talked about how the algorithms evolve, the secrets to making those keywords work for you, the power of serial content, and the trends that are shaping the future of YouTube.
Yeah, we packed a lot in.
We did. But before we sign off, I want to leave our listeners with a little something to think about.
Okay, shoot.
What are the stories that only you can tell about Overton County? What makes it special? What makes it different? How can you capture that magic and share it with the world through your videos?
That's a great question.
That's your homework, folks. Get creative, experiment, have fun with it. When you're passionate about what you're doing, it shows. And that passion, that's what's going to make your Overton County YouTube channel truly shine. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and remember, keep learning, keep growing, and keep creating. We'll see you all out there in the wild world of YouTube.